Howdy folks. So wanted to make an updated video just to give everybody an idea of what to expect in week 1, what the topic's going to be, and just a reiteration of what this group is. So our main goal in this group, of this fellowship group, is to restructure our morals, principles, our attitude, and our focus around Jesus using Scripture. Ultimately, we're going to learn love and humility while removing pride and ego. Alright, so John 15:7-8 says, "If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples." So, in order to do this, we need to learn how to love Jesus, how to receive his love, and how to share that love. 1 John 4:8 says, "The one that does not love does not know God, for God is love." So we're going to learn to love ourselves, learn to love God, and learn to love each other. Week 1's topic is learning to love ourselves. It is so important that we learn to love ourselves. Myself personally, I yearn to love others. I love loving. I don't know about y'all, but I love love. Ask anybody, who doesn't love love? Seriously. So I love loving others, but if I don't have love for myself, I can't give what I don't have. Okay? How do you truly love yourself if you don't truly understand yourself? You can't. It's plain and simple. So that's what we're going to do in week 1. We're going to learn our strengths so we can overcome our weaknesses using Christ as the foundation. I love science and I love the Bible. Science actually turned me away from the Bible because from what I had heard, science disproved the Bible. I would take what other people said and I'd regurgitate it as fact. And you can't do that. You need to learn for yourself, research for yourself, read the Bible, research the sciences for yourself, and you'll come to find out that the Bible explains science and vice versa, really. So neuroscience is a very interesting study. Basically, it's the study of the nervous system. There's a lot of elements to it, but all in all, it's just a study of the brain. So I especially enjoy neuroplasticity. This is very interesting to me because I was in a car accident when I was 19 and I developed a concussion as well as a traumatic brain injury, and I was told that there was no recovery from that the brain damage that I received was permanent, and that's not true anymore. It was common knowledge for a long time that if you received brain damage, that there was no healing. Come to find out, the brain has its own nervous system, it has its own immune system. That's amazing. So, for over 30 years, a cognitive neuroscientist named Dr. Caroline Leaf, she did numerous studies and research, come to find out that the damage that your brain receives from traumatic brain injuries and concussions is reversible. For instance, you're a different person right now than you were when you first started watching this video. Your brain, our brains, act 10 to the 27th power. That's over 400 million actions per second. So every second you have a thought. Whenever you have a thought, especially when it's a new thought, your brain develops a little tree. If you watch Caroline Leaf, she explains it, what she uses a little tree as a demonstration to give you an idea, a picture of what it looks like in your brain. And when you develop this little tree, you're creating something from a thought. So you're creating matter using your mind over matter. I think that's very interesting. So when you have a thought, you can choose to entertain that thought and keep it in your mind, or you can choose to get rid of it and ignore it. repress it, whatever the case. So what trees are you growing in your brain? In your mind, excuse me, because your brain and your mind are different. Your brain is the thing inside your skull. Your mind is you and what goes on inside your brain. So what trees are you growing? How are you growing them? What are you feeding them with? And how are you feeding them? What kind of music are you listening to? What movies are you watching? Television shows, things like that. Who are you surrounding yourself with? How are you influencing yourself? So we're all, in a sense, we're all kind of like pitchers of water. We're all made to love. We're all here to love. We're all, and we know that because, you know, we all get hungry. I mean, so we all know that we were made to eat. And I'm quoting Pastor Wendell on this one. We all get thirsty, so we know that we were made to drink. We all get lonely, so we know that we weren't meant to be alone. Okay, so in a sense, we're all here to love. We were made in God's image. God is love, so we're here to love. If we're constantly pouring ourselves into others and constantly feeding ourselves or feeding others, and I don't just mean with food, parents feed their children with more than just food. They feed them with knowledge, with wisdom, and with love. So when you're constantly pouring yourself into others, we tend to forget that we need to be refilled. We need to be rejuvenated in a way. And that's what I get from men's group. Every week, I love being able to spend this time with these guys, and it is very rejuvenating. I get that love, that knowledge, and that wisdom every week, but it's once a week. So if I miss it, or somebody, you know, it's on Wednesdays, it's once a week. So if I miss it, that's it. Same thing with church, it's once a week. So that's why I've made this group, so we can get together 5 times a week. Well, the meeting is 5 times a week. You only have to come once a week because it's the same meeting over the course of the week. So I came across this verse that I'd like to make our mission statement. Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. I think that explains what our goal and objective is right there. This is referring to everybody, not just men. Women are just as important as men. In my eyes, we're the same. We're two sides of the same coin. So I look forward to fellowshipping with y'all. If y'all have any questions in regards to this group, if you'd like to join the men's group that I go to at Del Sol, or interested in coming to Del Sol or Park Hills where I go, I also go to a Bible study through Park Hills. Please reach out to me, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions, or just talk if you need to vent or somebody to talk to. That's what I'm here for. So, shalom. God bless. Spread care. Much love.